Hi guys, thank you and welcome back to my channel. So before we're getting started, I just want to say thank you for liking and subscribing to my channel. And thank you for sending me lovely messages on my Instagram. And with that said, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel right here, right now, right below. And don't forget to click on that bell button for next week notifications. I post every Saturday and on Instagram IGTV on Sunday. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram and other social media at bella.c.snow. So for this week video, we're gonna try out the new Fenty Beauty by Rihanna, the new Pro Filt'R Hydrating Longwear foundation. Finally, she came out with a foundation for those drier skin. Let's get started. So much powder just to do that scene. Okay, so let's get started with this new Fenty foundation. Here is the packaging. So just before we start, this foundation is a hydrating longwear foundation that delivers comfortable medium to full coverage in a natural finish, perfect for a normal to dry skin, which is me. I have a little bit more of a normal to drier skin. Mostly dry. Yeah. For the coverage, it is more like a medium coverage with a natural finish. It's good for normal dry combination skin. And the highlight ingredient in this foundation is grapeseed oil. And this product is cruelty free, including all the products in Rihanna collections. It is a long-lasting coverage and hydration in 50 shades, each delivered in a portable tube. Get a perfectly smooth, natural-looking skin that lets skin look like skin. Rihanna created this formula with grapeseed oil and sodium hyaluronate. Is that right? To make the foundation that normal to dry type with love. So here is the packaging. It's very typical Fenty packaging, and once you open it, the color I'm going for is 240. And once you open the package, the tube comes out like this. Cool. So I'm using the Sephora color matching thing that help you match with the foundations. It's saying there that I'm matching with at number 260, but when I went to the store, I feel like it's a little bit too dark for me. I'm not sure it's either the store lighting, the Sephora lighting, which is really bad. Either the lighting or the foundation is dark for me, so I got the 240. So I got the Fenty foundations before, the matte one. This is number 240. So it's supposed to be matching color by colors. That means that if the matte foundation is 240, the hydration foundation is also going to be 240. So we will test that color out. And just to start, I already prime my skin and hydrate my skin using the Ole Henderson primer. Let's get started. So here is the two foundations side to side, the Pro Filt'R Matte Foundation and the new Hydrating Foundations from Fenty Beauty. And it says color match side to side, so this is both 240. So here is the matte foundations. And here is the new hydrating foundations. Is it the same color? I don't feel like the same color. I feel like the matte color is slightly darker, isn't it? So they're both 240. And this is 240. Focus. The color seems slightly different, isn't it? Or is it me? Or is it the lighting? So this is the matte foundations and this is the hydration. And they're both 240. They're supposed to be the exact same color, but for some reason this is not. Like the hydrating one have a little bit more pink to it, and the matte one is a little bit more golden yellow undertone, which is okay. So now I'm just gonna wipe off the matte one because we're not trying out that one. And then I believe when I first trying it out, I think I did kind of like it, even though I have a little bit more to normal to drier skin. So we're not gonna try out the matte one today because I feel it's not gonna work for my skin right now. So we're gonna try out the hydrating one. So I already have my moisturizer and primer on, so now I'm just gonna apply straight the foundations into my skin. And the brush I'm using is the Sephora Duo Ended Brush number 202. It smells like fruity candy. So for that is the foundations on this side. I feel the color matched me perfectly. I'm not sure what the other foundations say 240 with so much yellow. It does have a slight candy scent to it, which is nice. Let's go in with a little bit more. And since she came out with the hydrating foundation, I was so excited because a lot of people coming out with their foundations right now, but most of the time, people are coming out with like matte foundations. Not sure why, because majority of people are like a little bit more drier skin these days because of the weather and all this matte foundations. So it is definitely more like a light to medium skin tone. So on this side I have no foundation on, and I'll just apply the 240 on this side. So if you compare one side to the other, no foundations, no foundations, foundations. I think the color matched pretty well, but that was like about 2 pumps. So now I'm just gonna go in a little bit more for the other side and finishing up these foundations. How do I feel when I first apply? I feel like it's hydrating. It's more hydrating than the other matte foundations. The Pro Fitness matte foundation was recommended to apply it one side at a time because it's drying down so quickly. I don't feel like it's the same with this foundations. It's definitely a little bit more hydrating. I feel like my skin is definitely hydrating. It's kind of loving this foundation so far. It doesn't feel like it's tightening or it's drying down or it feels like it's already getting matte or set. It feels like you're putting a really nice. It feels like you're putting on a really nice tinted moisturizer. Type of slight color. Because it doesn't give you like a full coverage or anything. It's probably buildable to full coverage, but it's definitely more light to medium coverage. And I'm just gonna go in all over with the beauty blender to blend everything out, to even out my skin tone, and definitely pressing that foundation right into my pores. That feels so bad. That sounds so bad, pressing the foundation into your pores. So last time I was doing the review on the new Pat McGrath foundation, and the Pat McGrath is also more like a natural finish. I wouldn't say this is similar to it because they're all in a totally different range. Pat McGrath is more like a $68 foundation. It's really up there, more like high-end foundation. And the Rihanna is retail for only $34. Right? $34? $35. Yeah. So it's retail on Sephora for $35. I love the Pat McGrath foundation, but so far I feel like I like the Rihanna, the new Fenty foundation that glide on a little bit more better because it's more hydrating. The Pat McGrath is hydrating too, but I feel like the Rihanna one, the Fenty foundations right now, is going on for my skin a little bit more better. And so far I feel like the foundations is really nice. The color match my skin perfectly. Yeah, 240 match my skin perfectly, even though in Sephora website I say I'm more like 260. And might that be too dark? I got a sample up to 261, but I feel like this match better with 260. So I'm not gonna try that one. But so far it's matched my skin really good. It's definitely more like light to medium coverage though. So now I'm just gonna go in with my regular foundation routine to see how this is gonna wear, and we're gonna wear it to the gym later. I know you shouldn't be wearing makeup to the gym, but yeah, I do. So don't hate, participate. Go to the gym. Fitness is life. So for the concealer today, I'm just gonna go in really quick with the Sephora Bright Future Concealer, and the color I'm using is Skin Custard. So this concealer is really light too. It's very similar to I would say the Becca concealer is really light. They also have really large color range in colors. So I'm just gonna blend it out with the Beauty Blender. And so far I'm loving this foundation so far because I guess because it's more hydrating, so it doesn't drying out my skin. Probably gonna wear this foundation to the OC night market this week. Me and Andre never been to it, but we always wanted to go. And they usually only happen during like the summertime for like a month, the weekend. And they have like the 656 night market or something like that, which we wanted to go to, but we never have time because it doesn't happen all the time. But this year we're gonna go because one of our friends opened an ice cream shop, snack shop. They have like everything called Nitrogen. So we're definitely gonna go and support them with that. And we're gonna vlog that whole trip probably, and we're gonna put it on next week, maybe, yeah. Or you can see me blogging it about it on my Instagram and IGTV at bella.c.snow. I'm majority posting there every single day. Yeah. So there with the concealer. And I'm just gonna go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter in number 4. There are so many different brands coming out with the foundation this summer. It's like a foundation summer. I believe Charlotte Tilbury is the next one to launch her new foundations, which is one of my favorite brands. And I remember back in my Sephora working day when Fenty just launched at Sephora, and the brand rep come in and teach us about the whole brand, the whole collection that Rihanna just launched. And the way they match with the foundation is drawing an F right over here on the forehead, down on the side, and on under your eye on your cheekbone for Fenty, so that's how they do a Fenty face foundation match. Instead of doing regularly, you're doing more like a NYX foundation match, you're doing a Fenty, drawing an F, which is cool, kind of extra, but okay. So each time a client coming to the store and they want us to like match a foundation, that's what we have to do. And there are so many people. Like once they heard that this launch, we have a long line just for a foundation match when Fenty just launched. It's crazy. We have to do so many foundation match that day just on Fenty Gondola at Sephora. Like we assign a person to just a standard, just do a foundation match, and people just grab, and that she have so many colors. It was crazy. And over like the next week or so, and we was having to do so much of it, everybody was starting to like, not hating on the Fenty brand, like hating to have to do that so many foundation match. We have to do like freaking 100 foundation match within like those hours. So yeah, that's the inside scoop. While I was working at Sephora when Rihanna just launched her makeup line there, like 2 years ago. Yeah. So that is the base of my foundations, and now I'm just gonna go ahead and go into set it with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder in number 2. Jeez. And I just finished cleaning my brushes. It's all over here, so I have to find it now. So now I'm just gonna lightly set my under eye, on my forehead. And now I'm just gonna go in with a little bit more bronzer around my face. I'm using the NARS Laguna bronzer. So this is an OG, but it's a goodie. Fenty foundation is staying in there so nice. I feel so hydrated. Usually all the foundation that I try by this time, it usually like feel like it's drying down. It's already start getting dry and more matte, because I have a little bit more like a normal to drier skin. But this Fenty foundation doesn't. It feels super hydrating. Oh, and the brush I'm using is the Morphe bronzer brush number M106. And I just wash it and I keep on shedding. Okay guys, so I'm just gonna go in and continue finishing up my face with my nose contouring and my eyes makeup look. So I'll be right back with my final verdict on how I feel about the new Fenty Pro Filt'R Finish Hydrating Foundations. So I mean, hello?
Hello.
Zaddy.
Hi.
I feel something new this I never knew. I've been crushing on you. And darling, it's something special, baby. Nah, 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 nah. I'm going crazy for you. Nah, 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 nah. Got magic I don't understand. Only baby, I'm your man. Something special only about you, about you. Yeah. Wanna make you right, all right, all right. Wanna make you all right, all right.
makeup look inspired by the KKW Beauty new collections, inspired by the 90s supermodel. I think it's one of my new favorite looks so far. What do you think? But we're not here for this makeup look, we're here for the Fenty foundations. Final thought. So with this foundation, I feel like it is super hydrating. I would definitely recommend it, using it for drier skin. Definitely. I would change, I think this is going to be my new everyday makeup from now on. It's gliding on so well. It's definitely more like a light to medium coverage. Yeah, I like it. It's wearing really well. It's definitely going to be buildable to more like a full coverage if you're looking for doing that more like a full glam beauty. But for everyday, for drier skin, yes. Go get it. It is so worth it. $34, get it. At Sephora. Right, so that's about it. I love it. I like it. Go get it. That's about it. And I think that's about it. So don't forget to like and subscribe right below, and ring that bell for next week notification. I post every Saturday and on IGTV on Instagram on Sunday. So don't forget to follow me there. Also on Instagram at bella.c.snow. So until next Saturday, bye bye.
Oh, Los Angeles is big, but my dreams have got a little bit bolder. And I know she loves LA, and if I couldn't make